Hey there, Wildly Better Tribe. We're continuing our talks today around the topic of flow. What is flow? Let me remind you real quickly. Flow is a peak optimal state of consciousness where we not only perform our best, but we feel our best. And what I want to do today is I want to give you some of the facts they have uncovered over the last 10, 12 years of research in hopes it will motivate you to dive into this a little bit, to learn the flow triggers that we began talking about, and as a result, for you to optimize your own performance, maybe in sports, maybe in extreme sports, but most certainly in terms of your own work. So let me give you a few facts. 25 years ago, doing a 360 in skiing was considered an amazing trick. It is now considered an entry-level trick for a 6-year-old. In 1998, Salomon Skis named their giant slalom ski the 1080 because a 1080 trick was supposedly the holy grail of tricking in skis. But you know what? In 2011, Bobby Brown did the first triple cork 1440, a trick no one had ever dreamed was even humanly possible. In the last 20 years, kayaks that do kayak waterfall diving, kayak fall levels have doubled in magnitude. Not 5 feet, not 10 feet, have doubled. 25 years ago, it was considered a big wave if you surfed a 25, 27-foot wave in Hawaii. Now they are surfing 100-foot waves. Now, why do I tell you all this? All of this happened, and this is what's so ironic, all of this happened within the space of a few years of each other across all these domains. All these records were broken almost simultaneously. And researchers said, how did this happen? What happened? And what we realized was that extreme sports athletes had recognized that they were dropping into a very special state of human performance, which is now being called ultimate human performance. And they were dropping into flow. And that neurochemical cocktail that was released when they're in flow gave them such a heightened sense of focus and such a loss of self and such a merging of attention and action that they were performing nearly superhuman feats. And it has been moved from talking about optimal human performance, which is the term Mihai Csikszentmihalyi coined back in the 70s and the 80s, to them now, like in the Red Bull stable of extreme sports athletes, it's called ultimate human performance. Why? Because the ultimate thing that is going to happen is you will drop into a flow and accomplish this trick, or very possibly you will lose your life trying. It's one of the reasons why we have chronicled over the last decade a number of extreme sports athletes who have died, because what happens in flow is just microseconds of missing or hitting to make it a reality. Now, that doesn't impact me. I'm not an extreme sports athlete. Maybe you're not either. But what they're learning about flow is incredibly important. They're learning that flow is a fifth gear on a 4-gear engine. And that if you learn how to activate the triggers, the 17 triggers around flow, you too can start to optimize your sports performance, your running performance, and certainly your work performance. My hope in just kind of tickling you with some of these ideas is that you would begin getting serious about thinking about flow, learning the triggers around flow, and then beginning to operate within flow more and more frequently, not only in your own personal life, in the life of the teams that you work with, and in the professions that you serve. More to come next video.